Hi YouTube, this is JJ714 coming at you. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, and I believe the last video I did was around July the 22nd or 23rd, and at that time I mentioned that I had text-laxed my hair. I haven't put another text-lax in since then, and I'm not sure if I will be putting another one in. Just really trying to do as little as possible to my hair, and as you can see, I'm wearing it out. I started wearing it out a lot about 2 weeks ago now. I just decided that I wanted to get used to my hair, so I pretty much have set my wigs aside and I'm just going to really work with my hair. It is getting to be fall now, or we are in the fall months here in Atlanta, and this matter of fact, today is Sunday and it's wet and rainy, and we're expecting rain pretty much for most of the week, I believe, at least until about Wednesday or Thursday. So chances are my hair, my goal is to put it in a bun, but at the same time, I got to be very, very careful about my edges. They are growing in. I'll just show you. I do have growth, as you can see, but it's still very fine and tender right here, and I figure it'll probably take another few years before I will be able to get those to really fill in the way that I need them to fill in. Um, what have I been doing since July? I'm gonna be honest, I was really, really busy, so I haven't been spending a lot of time in my hair. However, that will change because as of this past Friday, which was the 28th of September, I no longer am working. I was on an internship. I was blessed that it lasted for a little bit over a year. It was a year in June, so about, I guess, what, 17, almost 18 months. However, due to budget, they were not able to keep me on. Yet, in a way, things just have a way of working out because with my daughter being in middle school, and the length of time that it took me to get back and forth to work and back, and plus with school, it was really becoming where I just didn't like the idea of having to take a bus. I took an express bus in the morning. Then I would go to the train station and take the train for about 2 or 3 stops, and then I would have to get off and take another bus and get to work. And that put me off across the street from work. And I had to do the same thing in reverse in the afternoon. However, where it was taking me maybe about an hour and 15 minutes to get to work in the morning, it was taking me 2, maybe 3 hours to get home. And with my daughter being in middle school now, in her school schedule, it would not allow me basically taking that mode of transportation to get home before she got home. And so I did not want to chance my daughter becoming what they call a key lock child, or, where they have their key and they come home. So my husband and I, we would drive to work in the mornings, and then I would drive back home. But of course, that meant gas, with the price of gas still being relatively high, and plus parking downtown Atlanta is not cheap. However, my daughter was well worth it. So being that it was only a short time after she started school that I had to do that, which was probably almost about a couple of months, because she started school in August, about a month and a half. It just sort of, worked out, I think, for the best. But I did meet some wonderful people there. Still have some great friends that I met there that I'm truly, truly going to miss. However, we do intend to keep in contact with each other. So a few of them probably will be watching my DVDs from time to time, or I'm sorry, I'm saying DVDs, be watching my YouTube channel to, feel a little close. But basically, now that in the market for a job. However, my desire is to really be in God's will. That's what my desire. I will be looking for work. However, I'm also looking at the um, prospect of starting my own business and doing some networking and working with a friend. I'll talk to you later in a little bit on another video, if not today, later on, about something that I'm trying to help her get her business off and going here in the Atlanta area. So, um, in line with that as well, I started. I joined a boot camp. It's not a the typical boot camp, because when people hear boot camp, they think about exercise. Well, this is a boot camp. It's called Color Me Organized. So for any body watching who lives in the Atlanta area, you may want to Google. It's called colormeorganized.org, or you can Google Rachel Miller. She is the founder of Color Me Organized, and what it basically does, God had put on her heart, because her life was pretty much where she worked really hard, 5 days a week. And then I believe she said on Saturday she would sleep in until about 12, or as long as she could sleep in. So God really dealt with her about that. And he basically got her where she was getting up early in the morning to spend time with God, to, spend quiet time with him. He told her to start journaling, throughout, journaling during the day, their experiences, because basically he would speak to her as she began to be obedient and get up early in the morning. So through that prospect of him organizing her life, he gave her the dream that she had, which was to be able to help women to organize their lives. So I'm really, really grateful. I met her. She actually did a tea, she was a speaker at our church women's tea, and she's a member of my church as well, which is World Changers Church International in Atlanta, Georgia. And she spoke at a women's tea, which was one of her dreams, to be able to speak to women at the church. And so through that, I was able to find out that she had a boot camp for women. She also does a mentorship program, which I'm interested in getting in. And she's just truly an anointed woman of God, and she's been called to do what she does. And it's just been amazing, the things that have come in my life. And I've met women on a retreat that we went to in August, that was really, really, it was powerful. It was mind opening, mind boggling for me, because it really gave me the belief and the faith that God has blessed me, that I am able to, be an entrepreneur, be my own business owner. So even though I might look for something to do, just to get me out and about so I can network and meet more people, my ultimate goal and desire is to be able to have my own business where my schedule is flexible, and I will be able to prioritize my time to be able to first spend time with God, putting him first in everything, and then being available for my family. Right now, my daughter, she needs me. She'll be 12 in January. And so with her being in middle school, she's beginning to become more active. And I want to be able to volunteer, go on, to chaperone, to go on some of her trips, and just also do some community service as well, and probably do some work in my local church. So with that, it has been a blessing to be in the Color Me Organized tour boot camp. And one of the things that she and she gives us instructions. We have a closed group on Facebook, and unless you're a member of that group, you're not able to go in. Which, because we're given assignments and things like that, and I have to be honest, because of my schedule with work, and then I was in school at a moment, but I'll explain about that in a little bit. I have not been as engaged as I wanted to be, because when you're up early in the morning, say at 5:30 or 6 in the morning, and then you have a full day and you don't get home until 4:30, 5 o'clock in the evening, it's a full day. So my goal is to really get engaged and to completing my instructions and so forth. And so the goal of the boot camp is first to get women engaged in their one-on-one relationship with God. And if you don't have a relationship with God, have that relationship with Him. And then from that relationship, which should be first and foremost, and it will engage you and enable you to do the things that God requires you to do during the day, which is as a wife, we hold many, or women, we hold many hats. If you're a wife, if you're a mother, if you're a business owner, even if you just work, you're an employee, it's a lot that we do. And so a lot of times what we end up doing, because we have so much to do, we tend not to take care of ourselves. Um, so I don't want to make these videos long, and this is already almost going on like 11:30. So what I'm going to do is cut this off, and then I'll come back and I'll pick up again, okay? See you soon. Peace.